This is a DawgNation special. Unmatched coverage of UGA in the postseason is brought to you by Kroger, Royal Caribbean, Jittery Joe's Coffee, and the UGA Bookstore.
Hey there, and welcome into DawgNation's coverage of Georgia and Notre Dame arriving at the Sugar Bowl here in New Orleans. Just told that this Delta jet that just landed here on the tarmac at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport is that of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So the Fighting Irish on the tarmac first. Georgia is supposed to be not too far behind, so looking forward to seeing the Dogs as they come off the plane. The pomp and circumstance is always here at the Sugar Bowl. Every time we see them get off the plane, we'll expect to see the third line band. Oh, there's Georgia on the ground. Okay, they're telling me. So this is Georgia's plane over here. And so we'll see the team come off to a big brass band and some dancing and celebrating. They'll get some Mardi Gras beads, get onto the team bus, and head to the team hotel. Of course, Georgia and Notre Dame just kind of so happened that they both have arrived here near the same time. It'll be interesting to see who gets here first. Nice to know that even the Dogs, like us, have to sit and wait on other planes as they want to get to their spot here and get unloaded. Show you kind of the bridges they have and the stairs they'll pull up to each of the planes. Once they get parked, we'll get in place and show you the players coming off. And unlike other years where we had a bunch of, maybe who was going to be on the plane, injury information, not a whole lot of drama a part of today. Maybe the only piece of drama, would we see Carson Beck on that Georgia plane? Beck, of course, declaring on Instagram for the NFL draft yesterday, saying he still wants to do everything he can with this team to help them win a national championship. So it'll be interesting to see if we see Carson Beck, who has had that elbow surgery, on the plane with the team. Of course, Roderick and Branson Robinson, we have not gotten an official status on the Georgia running backs, but did not see them during the open portion of practice earlier this week. Georgia expected to have another practice availability coming up tomorrow here. That'll be at the Superdome. So let's see. I want to make sure I don't miss any instructions behind me. I'm sorry about that. So we've got our whole DawgNation crew on the way. Brandon Adams will be here tomorrow. We'll do DawgNation Daily at Media Days. It's really going to be a special event because Brandon will just get to walk around and kind of talk to whatever players he wants to. Georgia has to have over 55 players at that Media Day, so we expect to hear from some freshmen for the first time all year. All the assistant coaches we'll get to hear from, so kind of exciting. Tomorrow you'll want to make sure to tune in live. DawgNation Daily at its normal time of 10 o'clock. It just so happens to coincide with Georgia's Media Day here at the Sugar Bowl. This is Georgia's plane landed here at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. Dogs on board, and they'll make their way into the buses and off to the team hotel, but can't wait to show you the team as they get off and enjoy some revelry here. Dogs last in the Sugar Bowl, of course, 2019. They beat Baylor. 2018, of course, lost to Texas. And so many other great memories here at the Sugar Bowl and playing New Orleans, or playing Notre Dame. And here, how about this shot? You've got Notre Dame playing a little chicken with Georgia's playing here. But of course, you think of Notre Dame and Georgia, you think of 1980, and actually the 1981 New Year's Day Sugar Bowl. Think of 02 and Georgia beating FSU, Mark Richt against his old boss, Bobby Bowden, that day. But here are the two planes, Georgia in the foreground, Notre Dame in the background as they are taxiing in. And we are going to start walking, so walk with me now as they move some of the reporters to where we can get a great shot of the team coming off the plane. So sorry for the jostling a little bit, but this is what we want to try to do for you, bring you as much coverage as we can, as live as we can be. So just kind of hang out here and let you see Georgia's playing. Notre Dame going to go in the background there. We didn't see any water cannons. We've seen that maybe thinking back to the national championship in Los Angeles. We also remember that day. We've had the special plane with the Vince Dooley Memoriam on there. So here come the Dogs. They'll put the blocks into the tires. pull up the stairs so we can see the team get off. And we probably will get even a little bit closer once they get the blocks in. They feel like we're safe to be here closer to the plane. Notre Dame getting the same kind of celebration as they come in. There are times where we've seen like a Georgia flag come out of the pilot's window there. Nothing today of that sort, at least so far. Business trip for these Dogs. Again, the quarterfinals here of the college football playoff. A win in this game would mean another trip back to the Orange Bowl, of course, the place they played last year, and then 2021 beat Michigan on that run to the first national championship. Okay. Yep. Just trying to get an idea of where there's going to be some interviews going on as well. We'll see if we can get to those. I want to show you all the players I can getting off the plane. If we can sneak over to those interviews, we'll do that. Expecting to hear from Malachi Starks and Dylan Fairchild. If I don't get there, Connor Riley is here with us from our DawgNation team. He will have those posted on our DawgNation YouTube channel as soon as he gets those done. So don't feel like you're missing anything if we don't get the interviews here. Also heard from Dogs, plenty of Dogs over the last few days. Got to hear from the offensive players, of course, yesterday. Trevor Etienne, one of those. Mike Bobo we got to hear from yesterday. So there is the plane. Here is the buses. This is how they are all decorated. And sorry, the sun is setting right in our face there, but there's the Georgia team bus, all decorated out with the Sugar Bowl logo as well. Bus number 1, we can expect Kirby to be on that bus right there. All right, pulling up the stairs. Kind of get the send-off as they let us get even a little bit closer here. And there's the third line band. You can see them getting ready to have the big celebration for the Dogs. And walk over here and show you some of the beads that they'll all get. I'll get a shot of that for you. Yeah, there's the Mardi Gras beads that all the committee members of the Sugar Bowl committee are holding. And I'll be handing out to the team as they get off the plane. There's Notre Dame kind of simultaneously getting here. Fighting Irish, of course, they played not too long ago, beat Indiana to get to this game. Georgia's now had 3 weeks off. It's been 3 weeks since that SEC championship. Also 3 weeks since it's been Gunnar Stockton's team, and it's one of those big topics we heard a lot about this week. We have not heard from Gunnar yet. We expect to hear from him coming up tomorrow at Media Day, so be sure to tune in for all of that. Another good reason to hop on DawgNation Daily tomorrow in the morning live, and then also we'll post his full comments coming up. We did get to see Gunnar Stockton in practice as he kind of took over as Georgia's quarterback, and we did a whole 10 minutes of raw video from that practice. If you have not seen that, I urge you to head over after you finish watching this one and watch that video as well, just to get an inside glimpse at what really was kind of surprising, that it was Georgia football practice. We weren't sure that we were going to see that with Kirby Smart. We haven't seen it in years past. We'll zoom in and see what we can see here with the team. Oh, is this the second plane? So Georgia, of course, flying out of Athens, sometimes can't get the biggest planes in there. So suspecting here, this is the second Dawgs plane. And that's why Notre Dame's plane was a little bit bigger. So there's one Georgia plane. Here is the second. And now we're being told to walk. Okay, sorry, this is flying ants, so we've definitely headed to the right. It's going to get a little loud here as the band starts up. Just kind of let you hear it. You'll be a part of the parade with us. So we walk to see the Dogs in the Sugar Bowl. And there's Kirby Smart, top of the stairs right now, coming off. And it's a party to see Kirby. There he is. We'll kind of see where we can be. Dylan Fairchild, Malachi Starks. Again, the two players we're expecting to hear from. The one's getting off now. And this here Stackhouse up there in the beautiful red, getting off. He's live streaming the whole thing. There's a shot of Kirby Smart. All business. I'm sure he's excited to be here, but ready to get his team settled and get ready to work. Looking up, and there's Dylan Bell, Chaz Chambliss, Arian Smith. The next one's off the plane. Sorry, I'm trying to get out of the way here. Get a shot. There's Nat Stackhouse shaking hands, a big senior out of Columbia High School, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Brian Anthony. And Jared Wilson coming off now. Sorry to get focused for you. And Xavier Trust right behind him. Here's Chaz Chambliss right in front of us. Got to hear from Chaz this week. What an incredible season he has had. Tied for the team lead in sacks. Who would have guessed that at the beginning of the year? Dom Lovett with the beanie on, coming off the plane right now. C.J. Wilson, Raylan Wilson also there, the inside linebackers. Everybody getting their Mardi Gras.
You have the interviews about your role, so.
Yep. And there's Trevor Etienne as well. He's told us 0-3 in the Superdome. Wants to change that, of course. Louisiana native. An important game for him, and boy, what a gutty performance just to play in the SEC championship. There you go, Mary Beth Smart, next one off the plane, the first lady of Georgia football. Been to a Sugar Bowl a time or two in her time. Of course, at Alabama before. Andrew Smart also coming down the stairs. Weston, and great to see Sonny Smart, Coach Sonny Smart, coming down, making the trip. Kirby's dad, Sonny, of course, longtime high school football coach in the state of Georgia, Bainbridge High School. So great to see Sonny start getting to make the trip, and a good old bowl trip for all of these dogs. They'll get to enjoy. There you see Sonny getting his Mardi Gras beads, and Kirby's daughter as well coming down. More players coming off. That's Ben Urosic and Drew Bobo, or Monroe Freeling, sorry, Monroe. And Lawson Lucky up there at the top of the stairs. Kind of coming down, Branson Robinson, and that is some news there. As we suspected, he's got another knee injury, which I hate to see for Branson, but he's gripping the crutches as he comes down the stairs. And there's the man of the hour, Gunnar Stockton. Raven County redshirt sophomore. He is Georgia's QB1 at this point, and this is the biggest week of his life. There he is, Gunnar Stockton, getting off the plane here at the Sugar Bowl. There he is, Gunnar. Excited to take over as Georgia's starting quarterback. Cass Jones, Nate Frazier right here in front of us, Damon Wilson coming off the plane. Ty Ingram Dawkins getting his Mardi Gras beads. Excited to see everybody coming off the plane right now. Georgia with two planes. They're also unloading a plane behind us. So Kobe White coming down the stairs now. And you gotta love the festivities, right? This is what the Sugar Bowl is all about. More of the players coming down the ramp. KJ Bolden, freshman out of Buford. Talked about him and what a role he has played this year, talking about him. And Malachi Stark said, nobody's a freshman anymore. KJ Bolden no longer a freshman on this Georgia team. He's played a lot of football for these Dogs. How about Jaden Rashada? Showing up with a suit. Can't miss him, right? Rashada and Ryan Puglisi, of course, kind of QB2, QB3 right now in a backup role, but Jaden Rashada rocking teal suit. Looking good on this business trip. See who else we got coming down here. Looks like it's starting to slow down a little bit. Want to thank Kroger for sponsoring our postseason coverage here on DawgNation as we get ready for New Year's Day and maybe a party at your house. You want to get the collard greens, you want to get the black-eyed peas, Kroger is your place. You can have it delivered to your door. You can pick it up free pickup at stores or join Kroger Brews, have it brought to your door. It could be the way to go as well. So thank you, Kroger, for being a part of DawgNation's postseason coverage. We love having Kroger on board for all they do. And there's Ross Robinson, T-Rob, big man right there, carrying everybody's bags off the plane. Co-assistant defensive coordinator. I see Todd Hartley now at the top of the bridge. Our coach's family is also getting to be a part of this, which is such a special time, a little treat. It's a lot of the reason where coaches say they don't want these bowl games to go away if they can help it, because the families love getting to go to these new destinations. And I'm going to walk over here, so we kind of have the other plane deplaning here. We'll see who we see. Oh, Michael Williams looks like coming down the stairs right there. Big 13 of the second plane. So that one just getting going here. And maybe we'll just kind of walk over and get some shots of these dogs as they come off the plane. There's Michael Williams. He said he's kind of eyeing the Notre Dame guys over there. How about that? He's looking over and seeing Riley Leonard. Hey, I'm here too. He'll get to introduce himself coming up on Wednesday. Micah Morris, part of this group as well. More dogs. There's Drew Bobo coming off this plane as well. Looks like that one's finished up. Christian Miller. Looks like he's moving pretty well, which is good to see. And black right here, that's Christian Miller, number 52. I see Oscar Delp coming off this plane right now. There are more dogs coming off, and the band, the party is kind of moving over with us. Look at them here. The third line. You're all a part of the party. Happy to have you with us here on DawgNation as we welcome the Dogs to New Orleans. I'm Cody Chaffins. Happy to be bringing you this coverage. We'll be with you all week. Big Todd Jackson, Oscar Delp right here, though, in the white, West Forsyth High School. Number 1 tight end for the Dogs. See some other guys getting off. This is plane number 2. All here, as we talked about. This is Georgia coming in here. Yeah, it's a little bit of a party atmosphere. And Notre Dame doing the same thing just right over there. Kind of a fun moment to see Georgia load up on their planes. And interviews going on right now. As we said, Connor Riley is there, hearing from Malachi Stark and Dylan Fairchild. Those will be up on our DawgNation YouTube site in just a matter of minutes, really, but just wanted to stay here and give you the players coming off. I see the best friends, Justin Williams, Chris Cole, coming off together. Those guys always together. You guys can't help but smile. They want to be on a business trip. How about that? Freshman linebackers, Justin Williams and Chris Cole, kind of doing this all for the first time, but doing it together. What a year they've had. Walking over to the Georgia buses. There they are as the sun kind of sets right in our face here. But Georgia players getting off. We'll turn around. Oh, it was Elvis Robinson. What do you know? Number 1 cornerback. And with Julio Humphrey in the transfer portal and gone to Texas A&M. Maybe a bigger role for Elvis Robinson moving forward. 5-star freshman. He cracks a smile. That's the one thing we've seen from each of these guys. So they can't help but smile as they get off the plane and they'll have the lady dancing here. Jaden Riddell, big tight end prospect right here. Ryan Puglisi coming in. How about Mason Short, early enrollee? Class of 2025, getting to be with the team. He's been in the stands all year long, now getting to practice with his team out of Evans, Georgia. Shout out to them. So seeing some of these new faces on the plane here, getting to make the trip, get some of this bowl practice time in together. That's a cool moment. Stacey Searles, James Coley coming off the plane now. Comes Stacey. Right here, offensive line coach, of course, for your Dogs. See some more new faces. Isaiah Gibson out of Warner Robins coming down, early enrollee. Got to see him at practice the other day. So James Coley, wide receivers coach, and then that is Isaiah Gibson from Warner Robins coming at you. So of course can't play, but can get this valuable practice time with the team. Why these guys, why they all want to be early enrollees. Pardon me if I don't know everybody's face of the early enrollees. You guys probably know more than I do. As we get to know some of these new faces. But that's his, I'm sure, in the back of the plane. Just happy to be a part of it. And what valuable experience this is going to be is they'll no doubt be playing in big time games moving forward. I can't tell you Landon Roll Dan North of Coney. Incredible speed. Looking forward to seeing what he does. I'm sure next time we see him, we'll be putting on some weight this spring. Sorry, I'm standing right next to the band. I know that's probably tough on everybody. They're wrapping up. Oh, there's C.J. Wiley, Milton High School, state champ, coming off the plane. Big 4-star wide receiver prospect. So good to see him working with the team. C.J. two guys coming off. All right, looks like that may be it. We may follow these guys back. See as everybody gets on the bus here. Appreciate you all being a part of Georgia's arrival here at the Sugar Bowl. Taking the chance to thank another sponsor. How about Royal Caribbean? Starting to think about the DawgNation cruise. You think about planes and all of that. Well, you also think about the DawgNation cruise on Royal Caribbean coming up on Utopia of the Seas in April. Looking forward to that. We will all get a chance to go to Perfect Day Coco Cay. It's a place I've heard Brandon Adams talk so much about over the years. Just wanted to be a part of it. Now get to be a part of it this time. Perfect Day Coco Cay. You got the thrill side with the tall water slide, tallest water slide in North America, and then you got the chill side, kind of the adults only area, which sounds pretty nice right about now with the kids home from school all the time. I know a lot of folks also love to do those cruises during Christmas vacation, so thought right there as well. So thanks to Royal Caribbean for being a part of DawgNation's postseason coverage. You can see coaches and coaches' families all coming off. Andrew Smart with some of the other coaches' sons, which is a cool sign. It's all a big family here in DawgNation. Love that. All the kids excited about getting their necklaces. Look how cute is this? Andrew Smart leading the way. Trey Scott's kids right there is who it is. And I'm going to kind of walk and get out of the shot of everybody else here. But there you see the Georgia buses. They are pretty close to finishing unloading. As I said, we heard from 2 Georgia Dogs. Connor Riley going to have those uploaded for you. But that is going to wrap up our coverage of Georgia arriving on the ground in New Orleans. We are closing in on the Sugar Bowl for this year. Coming up tomorrow morning, DawgNation Daily live at 10 a.m. normal time, but Brandon Adams will be at Georgia Media Day, getting to hear from all kinds of coaches and players that we don't normally hear from. So be sure to join us for that. We'll have all kinds of coverage after that on our DawgNation YouTube channel, but that'll do it here from Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. I'm Cody Chaffins. Thanks so much for joining us.